day Percy arrived at the shelter, I certainly was not expecting it. We were at a conference actually, and I check my Slack messages and I see a message from a staff member say we got in this cute little dog and it's not walking. It appears to be paralyzed. I immediately IVDD popped in my head. So IVDD, it's a disc disease that's popular in a lot of dogs that are small with short legs and long bodies, and there's different stages of it. And so basically it affects that disc, and these dogs will become paralyzed, and it can progress if you make the wrong move. It's just so critical to make the right choices in the moment to not escalate the issue, and that's why it was so scary when the dog came in like that, because our next steps that we took would make a difference on Percy's life forever. Hi, you doing a tail wag? Yes, you are. When we went to the A&M Vet Hospital, thankfully they said that Percy was a candidate for conservative treatment, which is exactly what I wanted to hear. If we don't have to have a major back surgery, let's not do it. So I was thrilled to hear that he was going to be a candidate for this treatment. And part of that is because when we went in, he came in, we immediately started that crate rest. We immediately began him on the right path because we recognized the signs of this disease, and he had already started wagging his tail. When he came in at first, he couldn't wag his tail at all. 2 or 3 days in, he started wagging his tail. It was incredible, and A&M was just, the neurology department was so thrilled with his progress already.
And I remember I came in and looked at him, and he just looked up at me with these big old eyes, and they were a little crusty, a little gunky, kind of greenish. He was missing some hair, kind of matted, but he just had the sweetest face. And I just knew that, okay, you're coming home with me, and we're going to do this together. The moment that Percy took his first little steps, oh my gosh, it was just like immediate tears because we've been waiting for so long. We weren't sure if he ever would again. Crate confinement and conservative treatment was something that I had never heard of before. In my past experiences, it was always either we do this really expensive and really hard surgery or we have another conversation. And so knowing that there was this middle ground, especially when he came in and was so down bad that I wasn't sure. So watching him take those first few steps, it was just tears all over the place because I knew that, okay, we can do this. We've got a shot. And it was working. And that was really awesome to see. He liked doing perimeters of my backyard for whatever reason. He didn't care too much about the actual yard or like the middle of the yard. He just wanted to walk the fence lines. Part of it, I think, was just knowing he subconsciously knew he had that support of the fence. And that can kind of keep him up and help him take a second, take a break, get some more strength, and then take a few more steps. The very first time that he hiked his leg outside, Oh my gosh, the celebration that him and I had. I remember I saw him hike his little leg and I immediately swooped him up and we had a little dance party together because I just knew that's something that I've never seen you do before. And that's a very normal dog behavior. And that was very exciting to see that, you know, we're slowly increasing, the first week, okay, now we're wagging our tail, now we're moving our leg a little bit, we're pulling our foot back. But to see him have that strength of, I can put all my weight on one back leg, that was really, really awesome. I was very scared that we were going to get there and she was going to tell me, oh my gosh, you've done everything all wrong. And they took him back for his recheck exam and they came back in and they just kind of looked at us. And I was like, oh no, this is it. Like, I'm about to get told that I'm the worst. But no, it was the exact opposite, that they could not believe all of this progress that he had made. And they couldn't believe how quickly and how much strength he had regained in such a short time. And I remember, like, I will never forget hearing them tell me, he's good. Like, this is great. He's doing awesome. And he is surpassing all expectations that anybody had for this little tiny guy. Yeah, hike that leg. From Percy, I learned that every pet deserves a chance, that you never know what is going to come out of any of these situations. That, we have a dog who was paralyzed. Percy was paralyzed, and now he is running around and playing. Now, seeing that and taking that into other fosters with me of, hey, this might look really sad and really scary and really hard in the beginning, but I always, every time I get one of these fosters, I look at them in the eyes and we have our first little moment and I just tell them, I got you. We're going to be okay. We're going to do this together. And just focusing on that positive progress. And that's something I learned from Percy.